Hello, welcome to Yellow Dirt Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space in my backyard. And today, I got my braids back. But we are going to plant a few things out. The things that can deal with the frost. I don't think we're going to get another frost though, if I'm honest. I have looked at the 10-day forecast for a while now. There are no frost, but I'm still not going to plant out my tomatoes and peppers and all of those things, eggplants. I will show you what they're looking like in the greenhouse though. But first I want to show you the Wintersowing jugs. They are looking really good. I finally opened them this week. So this is marshmallow. And I'm not sure if that can take a freeze or not. I need to look it up. This is a hollyhock. I think I put probably 4 seeds in here. I only got 1, but I already have one from last year. And so it's looking amazing. This is chamomile. This is one of the things I want to get planted today. There's so much of it in there. So I probably won't be able to use it all, but I have co-workers and my mom also grows, and that's perennial, so it'll come back every year. This is anise hyssop. This will be my first year growing it. Need to look to see if it can take a frost. These are my artichokes. I only needed 1. I'm gonna give this to a co-worker, the extra one, and then all of this lavender germinated, so I clearly don't need all of that lavender. I am thinking that I may pot some of that stuff up and maybe use a Facebook group that I'm in to say like I have some, maybe sell them for $1 or $2. Not, you know, not really trying to make money off of them, but I did use soil, time, and time because nature did the rest of it. So let's take a look in the greenhouse. So I came in here earlier today and watered. I did not water this now that I'm looking at it. So tomatoes, sweet potatoes down here, peppers over there, nasturtiums, loofah, what's that? Aster, 1 aster. I never replanted my asters, y'all. The basil took a hit because I had it up here with a lot of sun, forgot to water, but there's still some basil left and I have time to replant them because I have a long growing season, but they took a hit. There's a lot of missing basils. Each one of these sales were full of basil. You got some tomatoes over here. Some of them that I planted out later. Those are peppers. Peppers right here. Those 2 peppers I was telling you about. They're still trying. They are still trying, y'all. It was a little stick that had died. I do not think I watered this one either. Because it's like right in the sun, it is dry. So I need to come back in and water. Tomatoes up here, tomatoes, the eggplant and the, what do you call this, passion fruit vine, looking really good. So over here, these are the seeds we had started together. So there's a little bit of something coming up, and for at least one thing, like right there is a valerian, wormwood. I actually don't see any lovage. The deal in the soapwort, nothing's going on in there. We have plenty of zinnias coming up back here. I don't see any amaranth. I'm hoping, because I do want some scabiosa, and then the nettles and the plantain haven't come up either. So what are we going to plant out today? We're going to plant out calendula today. We are going to plant out the chamomile today, and an artichoke. Just 1 artichoke. Probably could plant out the lavender too, so I may go ahead and plant out some lavender. Oh, you know what, y'all? Let me show you the fruit container method. And so it does work, so I don't want to say it doesn't work. I didn't have enough time to make sure that they were always moist and they dry out very fast. I personally will not be using this method again next year. It was easier than cutting open a milk container or a milk jug, but after that, for me, it just did not work. So let me show you my yarrow, which I really, really wanted, and maybe I can start it again, but I won't be doing this again. So there goes the yarrow. Pretty much dead. I tried to water it this morning. We'll see what happens. And this is, I think, mugwort. Yes, this is the mugwort. The mugwort doesn't look nearly as bad as the yarrow. I'm gonna skip that next year as like a way to do it quicker, because even though it was quicker and easier, I struggled to keep it moist. So we're gonna put this calendula out over in the flower bed, and then I'm just gonna kind of randomly place it in the garden. I like calendula. It brings the bees. You can use it medicinally to make like salves and things. I think people use it to make tea. I've never used it to make tea. If you have, put some comments in the description to say how you use calendula. Like, I think it's a very beautiful flower, but I also do want to use it medicinally. So let me get my stool and my calendula, and we're gonna get to planting. Okay, so now we are going to plant this hollyhock and the artichoke. So the purpose of doing winter sowing, thank you, the pollen is out, y'all. So the purpose of doing winter sowing is so that you don't have to harden off or do any of the things that you would have to do if you start the plant in the house. We're gonna plant out this hollyhock, and I have one already from last year that came back. It could have not made it through that really hard freeze that we had, so we're gonna go ahead and plant this one out. We're gonna plant the hollyhock out, like I said. So the point of winter sowing is so that you don't have to harden off. So these plants have been outside, they started outside, they've never been in the house. So I'm not going to worry about hardening them off or letting them sit. I'm gonna go ahead and plant them. Now, artichoke prefers a cooler temperature, so me planting them out now may be a problem because the daytime temperatures today is 80 something degrees, and I was thinking to myself like, oh my god, this footage is probably not good because I'm hot. And then but I looked over some of it. It seems to be okay, so I hope y'all enjoy it because I really do need to get this stuff done. Also have seeds that I need to get planted out. So not planted out, I need to sow some more seeds. My marigolds, I have so many sunflowers that's just volunteering that I don't know. I might not plant sunflowers because there's a bunch that's already out here. Sunflowers volunteer very easy. I'm not putting anything in my holes because, like I said, I want to see if my compost will do that for me. Again though, if things start to look like they are not doing well, I am going to fertilize. I'm gonna do something to them, but I'm gonna start out not fertilizing, not putting anything into the planting hole. So we're back. It is later on in the day. I had a whole situation. The cat I didn't tell y'all about it. It's in the vlog, but we were cleaning the back porch and we found out that the mama cat actually did have kittens and they were on my back porch. And so I called animal control. That was a whole situation. I was not my best self. And I mean, sometimes we aren't, but I was not my best self because they wanted me to leave the kittens and allow the cat to just come back, take care of them until she was done taking care of them and just let them stay on my back porch. And when I say I don't like cats, I'm also scared of cats. Like if I'm at someone's house and they have a cat, I'm not gonna act like a weirdo because it's their house and it's that cat's house. The same way I act with my dog. But the cat is not mine. The kittens are not mine. I don't want the cats. And it was just a whole situation. I was even threatened with they will what did she say? she will charge me with animal cruelty. So like I put the cats in a box because I was assuming, I didn't put the cats in anything. I had my daughter put the cats in the box. So I was assuming they would just come and get it. But they said that they wouldn't get wild cats. And at that point, I definitely was not my best self because me and cats, we don't vibe. And so eventually, after all of it, they came, police officer came, the mom came and got 2 cats, but she didn't come and get the last cat. So the police officer came back and got the last kitten. So the kitten, they are gone. I don't know where the mother took the other 2. I mean, at a point they asked me to go and find the mother. It's not my cat. So no, I'm not going to find the mother. Anyway, I'm gonna get back out here now because then I didn't want to come back out here because I didn't know if the mother cat was gonna come back. I didn't know if she was gonna be upset. I didn't know. And so we're back out here now. I'm gonna try to be my better self for the rest of this video, but it turned into a very long day because I feel like I pay taxes and that's like one of the services. And I also feel like if the population was controlled, we wouldn't have even been here. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I'm gonna plant some chamomile. And so what I did was I cleaned out the chamomile pot that has chamomile in it already. And so some of the chamomile I'm gonna put in here. I think I could probably get 3 in here. So let me show you. That's the chamomile I had from last year. I probably need to put it somewhere over there where it gets a lot of sun, because I think probably this time last year I had a few chamomile flowers and I was already harvesting it. So a lot of this chamomile is gonna go in there. I'm probably gonna put some over here in the orchard area. Look at that oregano, y'all. It is huge, right? The parsley is huge. This is sage that looks like it's about to flower. And that's another oregano that's really big. I'm probably gonna go ahead and start harvesting that some thyme. Let's go ahead and plant out the lavender. My lavender from last year. Matter of fact, let me show you that. Right there. Definitely needs something to happen to it. There's also lots of weeds down there. But yeah, this lavender from last year, I'm sure needs to be cut somehow, some way. It needs to be pruned. So I will look that up. I've probably been saying it for the last few months, maybe even a year for what we did, you know, fall and going into winter and stuff. Look at these pea plants. We got all kinds of flowers on them. I'm so excited. There's more over here, more over there. So they are growing. And if you remember, I planted those out in January. I just direct sowed them in January. And yeah, they're doing good. So I think that January is gonna be the time that I plant out my peas from now on, because this is probably the best set of peas I have had since I started gardening. I'm trying to get my mood together, y'all. I really am. I am so sorry. I wish I could have finished this earlier. But let's do some planting and maybe my mood will, it will get better. Okay, so all of the chamomile that I plan to plant out is out. I probably planted about 12 of them. In this area, which is the orchard area, I want it to be mostly perennial things that are going to come back each year. And so now I'm gonna put out the lavender. So like chamomile, it blooms in the cooler season. So I wanted to get it out now. I may not get any blooms out of these this season, but next year they'll come back and I'll have chamomile. What I'm gonna do, so I put a chamomile here, a chamomile there. I'm gonna put some lavender right here too, because aside from that, I plant on this trellis annuals, but I really want this area to be perennial. So I actually just had a really good idea about all of this open space right here. I can actually kind of make this my lavender area. Of course, there's already chamomile in here. If I wanted to, I could dig it out. I'm probably not going to, but I could literally make this the area where all my lavender grows. I do want a lot of lavender. I like purple. I like the smell of lavender. I could figure out something to do with it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just right here, maybe plant out 4 or 5 right here in this area. I have way more than I need. So let's see. Roots look decent. Oh! If only you could smell this. It smells so good. No flowers or anything. Just the lavender. Like, it smells so good, y'all. We're gonna plant it out right here. A decent amount. I do know they get big. So I think I'm gonna do right here and just kind of go down the line with it, giving it some space. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in the garden every day. Bye, y'all.